rather than you going there and
Okay.
again coming here.
I'm not prepared, I'm not fully prepared today, so,
Okay,
but
that's
I
fine.
will be.
Okay, so do I?
Just hit that Zoom button down at the bottom, and then you've got 3 seconds.
Ah,
So we're gonna do this again. Either we all stand.
We're
or
not
we all-
standing, right? We're standing, right? Like we decided that we were gonna stand, right?
Okay,
I don't know.
Esther, you
in
want
order.
to stand or sit?
I want to stand.
She
You
wants
want
to stand.
Okay, so we'll stand in the order that we're gonna go.
So,
Good morning to our board of directors. We, the group 3, composed of me, Marita Ariola, Andrade Esther, Kucha Jalal, and Vivian Steve, are here to present to you our recommendation for the GW Roofing Limited. So this will be the scope of our presentation. I will be doing the executive summary, Esther will do the situational analysis, followed by the recommendation by Steve, implementation plan and financial summary by Jalal, and to be concluded by me. So currently, the GWL has an EPS that has declined for the past 2 years. I will show the numbers later. And our target and goals is to increase the sales and earnings so that we can also increase our earnings per share. I don't have the, oh yeah, I have the clicker, forgot. I have the new one there, but, okay.
It's
So
okay.
currently we have 10 point, our constraints, we also put in mind that we have the constraints. And these are the financial available, financing available, which is 10.8 compared to the financing required for doing 2 projects, which is 13.7, which is more than what is the financing available. Therefore, we are only gonna recommend one of these 2 alternatives. So we also have the other constraint, which is the return of investment to be equal or more than 11%, and to maintain a voting control for the company. The group has recommended that GWL would pursue the Inver project because it's supported by the government, which means it will even increase or boost the sales, which is one of the concerns. It has less competitors, which means we will be implementing a blue ocean strategy and going into an industry where profitability is attractive. And it also has an environmental impact, which will also promote our corporate social responsibility and will support the increasing trend in environmental friendly products, which will further increase sales. As a result, it will have a more than 6 times increase in earnings per share from 2012 to 2017. And given sales growth between 1% to 10%, it will still meet the return of investment of 11%. And here's the rest of the members of the group to discuss further the details of this recommendation.
Just keep going. You'll
I'll
just,
probably take 2 minutes.
you know that you've
Yeah.
got,
A
you've
minute?
got 6 minutes plus that,
Yeah.
and so you wanna be done. So we're just off by a little
I'll
bit.
probably take 2 minutes.
That was 4.5.
Okay, there's
That's
the
fine.
GWL mission.
Right.
Just I want to highlight that their production is tall, high quality roofing, and they use the sophisticated research and development, and the customer are ICI, so industrial, commercial, and investment. And this is the financial position of GWL. The current ratio. Okay. The receivable turnover. The receivable turnover has been increasing and is 29 days higher than the industry average. The inventory turnover. I didn't prepare. Okay, and we had the gross profit margin. Has been stable for the last 3 years and is 13.5% higher than the industry average. And also the debt to equity ratio has been fluctuating, but is better than the industry average. The key success factor of GWL is the quality. The quality of the workmanship and the durability of the roofing and the after sale service, such as the RP. RP program roofing, and also the reputation for the good products. The key risk factor is the high competition and the state of national and U.S. economic. Also, the possible labor strike. The strength. GWL has a sophisticated R&D lab to produce a better product than the competition, and also have extensive training for employees and sales force. GWL is the only company in Canada that has a RPM, the roofing management program. The quickness. GWL has a high sales representative turnover, and also the RPM product has a lot of complaints from the customer and the employees, and GWL also has a poor inventory management. The opportunities is the green roofing is a great opportunity for to be a leader in this product in Canada, and also they have the opportunity to geography expansion to western and northwestern US. They also they also produce a pretty good composite roofing material. The threats is a high competency from US, high competition from US. GWL depend on the economic growth to build because they need a new ICI built, and also the roofing is a seasonal business, so the GWL need a strategy to work. One of the alternatives is Enviro project. They have a pros like less competition because it's a few companies are doing green roofing, and they also can be a leader in the green roofing manufacturing innovation. And they also can utilize the existing R&D investment. The Enviro has the cons are the company doesn't have experience in green roofing, and the market in US is immature, and these are double. We can compare the earning per share, how the incremental, and we can see that Enviro roof has a better earning per share compared with but this is at the end. Okay. The expansion alternative. The plus for this alternative is the company has expertise doing traditional roofing, and they also with the expansion the company can prevent the penetration of U.S. Competition. I don't know the expansion, what is that? The cons is the expansion, alternative needs, a new sales force, and also the net present value compared with the enviro roof is lower, and we're going to change that one. Here we can compare the earning per share incremental, so we can see the enviro roof has a better earning per share. Oh my gosh, the issues. GWL need to choose a new CEO successor, and the I don't remember the word, but we had the preference to hire an individual outside the company, and the RMP program, customer satisfaction, want to be addressed with hiring a customer service, and also with a base salary for the sales representative. Okay, go ahead. I finished.
Okay. Thank you, Esther. That was excellent.
Yes.
I'm going to talk today about specifically why we chose our recommendation. If you look at the generic points and compare the two, certainly the Western expansion, or the expansion into Western Canada and the US, is perceived lower risk. There's a belief that we're taking existing products that we know very well and we're moving them into a new territory, and that's quite a low risk venture for us. We know that market fairly well. Additionally, it's within our comfort zone, so it's something that we don't have to extrapolate and concern ourselves with whether or not there'll be a market, whether the market is, what the size of the market is going to be when it matures, that type of thing. Conversely, the Enviroof project, it presents an opportunity for us to participate in a market that's going to have significantly higher revenue, significantly higher profit, and provides a much higher net present value. For that reason, we believe that it's a better project. Now, looking at the latest trends in the green roofing sector, and this information comes from the 2012 report of the National Green Roofing Association, they are showing revenue growth, basically as shown up on the screen. And most recently, from 2011 to 2012, revenue growth was 24%, and they're projecting that type of trend to continue. Now, just because they are projecting that, does that make sense? Do we want to risk this much of our previous earnings on their estimates of the future market? So that led me to the question, does green equal growth? Well, certainly if you look at where society was 20 years ago, we didn't recycle, we didn't have solar or wind energy in a significant fashion. And now, in modern day society, 46% of household waste is diverted through recycling, and there's double-digit revenue growth in the wind and solar power sectors. And those are two sectors that I think that we can sort of model ourselves after, that we think that green energy is going to continue the trend that's been established by those initiatives. If you look at green energy as a whole, and this is a global slide, so this shows what revenue growth has been like in green sectors throughout the last sort of decade and a half, and you'll see that the growth is geometric. It's substantially more than a linear sort of 4% growth, and you see that in wind power, solar power, and then in the other sectors, which is where we believe green roofing would be. If we break that down and we look at specific companies who we would model ourselves after, I was able to quickly and easily find two examples of companies that are listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So these happen to be global organizations, but they're participating primarily in the North American and European market for environmental products. They both produce photovoltaic cells, and they've both seen double-digit growth over the last 5 to 7 years. That's exactly the type of growth that we're looking for. So if we again refer back to the North American Green Roofing Society and look at their estimates for installed green roofing over the next decade, they're estimating 1 billion square feet to be installed. Compare that with the current growth of our ICI industry at 4%, and there is a significant impact there. So looking at a financial comparison for the revenues, the 10-year revenue projections of the West Coast expansion versus the East Coast expansion, you can see them in the first 5 years, they track along fairly similarly. In the next 5 years, there's an additional 11.1 million in revenue growth from the EnviroRoof project. Again, that's going to be linked to the fact that we're participating in a blue ocean environment where there's not as much competition, and it allows us to grow more quickly and more readily. Here, this shows the net present value with some sensitivity analysis built in. So you'll see we've ranged the potential growth rates from 1 to 10%, and try to determine if we would hit our return on investment requirement of 11%. At 10%, which is what we're projecting for the green roof, we are going to hit $3.167 million in net present value. At 7%, which is what we're projecting for the West Coast expansion, we're much lower at $244,000. And in fact, we require 5.7% growth just to hit our 11% return on investment target. So in summary, if we compare these two projects, EnviroRoof is much stronger in revenue growth at 11.1 million versus the West Coast expansion. That translates to an additional $9 million in earnings. The footprint required, or the risk required by adding additional sales force versus utilizing our current sales force reduces the risk of the project. They both diversify our product line. One diversifies it geographically, the other diversifies it by moving us into a new category where there's lower competition and an increased opportunity for growth. And then, does green equal growth? Well, I think we've established that it does, and in fact, in this situation, EnviroRoof is the avenue to go with for growth.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, dear board members. I will be presenting today our implementation plan and financial projections, and also action plan. To ensure smooth implementation of the recommended strategy, we need to address some of the challenges of the EnviroRoof project. There are several challenges associated with this project, but the main ones are inexperienced sales force, immature North American market, lack of unanimous support from the board members, and also limited market due to cost and weight of the green roofing. To address the challenge of inexperienced sales force, GWL is planning to hire a green roofing experts. He or she will lead us in terms of this project, will champion this project, also provide the necessary training for our sales force. We will also make sales commissions, higher sales commissions available to our sales force to ensure the strong launch of this project. Immature North American market, we are planning to establish partnerships with schools, universities, and libraries so that we will raise awareness among youth population about the benefits of this project. Also, we will build awareness of this project through advertising. We will also offer a free contract to a university, school, or library, of course within a reasonable size, just to inform the public about the benefits of green roofing, also attract some more media attention. Lack of unanimous support. To address this challenge, we will request a meeting with the board members where we will present a comparative analysis of those two projects. One of them is being the expansion to West. The other one, of course, will be the Enver project. We will highlight the potential future revenues resulting from Enver project. Also, limited market due to cost and weight. GWL will establish partnerships with municipalities who are already offering incentives for these kind of projects. We will also work towards broadening the scope of these incentives. We will also, lost my train of thought. We will also offer different types of green roofing, such as extensive and intensive, to address the IC property owners' structural challenges such as weight. All right, let's look into financial projections in 2017 versus 2012. As you can see, our revenue will increase from $38 million to $84 million, which is a growth of 71%. If you look at the source of revenue coming from conventional roofing and then green roofing, by 2017, $20 million of the $84 million will be coming from green roofing, and our green roofing project will achieve a 72% annual growth rate versus conventional roofing, which will achieve only 8%. If you're concerned about the cost, the gross margin will show you that we will start with the $20 million in 2012, and then we will boost to $35 million growth, $35 million in gross margin by 2017. Net income will be increased from $1.5 million to $9.3 million, which will achieve a 512% growth. Our earnings per share similarly will increase from 0.16 to just below $1. Will achieve a 496%. Retained earnings will increase from $14 million to just below $48 million, which will achieve a 227% growth. Of course, cash is the king. We will start off with just below $6 million of cash, but by 2017 we will have more than $21 million cash in our account, which will give us the leverage and the financial strength to take on more profitable projects. Let's look at our action plan. We will start in Q1 with WGL's debenture, and then we'll take into communication in Q1, acquire the land in Q1 as well, build a new facility, acquire the equipment, train for the Enver projects, and then quality control will start from 2013, and we'll start production in third quarter of 2014.
So in conclusion, this strategy would increase our demand and therefore increase sales because of the environmental impact of the product, which is an increasing trend in the industry or among consumers and manufacturers, and also the increase with the government support. This will definitely boost the sales. Plus, given that there are only few manufacturers doing green roofing, this will this will give us a competitive advantage, as well as it's aligned to our product proposition as leader in the roofing industry. And this will all equate to an increased earnings per share, which is our main target. Our return of investment will be more than meet the 11% target, and it will also meet and that's the target of increasing the earnings per share, which is more than 6 times from the 2012, and of course the sustainability of the business.
That's it.
How we can improve that.
That's fine.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Alex, may I have
So,
comment?
okay, so timing wise,
But wait, we can see the video. Do you have the car and we can put in there?
Do you want
do
to
you
watch
want to
it?
watch it?
Sure.
We need to.
Well,
that would be 30
My
minutes.
concern is,
26
yeah, like,
minutes.
30 minutes.
how much time do you guys want to?
I
I'm
just
not-
want to make a
I'm not
general
saying
comment.
no, I'm just saying that,
We can-
Well, let's talk about it quickly then. What
Quickly.
happened?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
You
so,
went-
We can meet, also, we can meet this week to do BB.
no, I'd want to do it today, if we can.
Okay.
Just when we're together, let's, like, we can watch the video, and I think.
No,
we-
no,
and
no,
I-
we
But I
we
can
can
post it.
comment, we can comment now.
Plus, we
but-
have that Saturday that we can, if you want, run through quickly. you know.
But
The what?
Steve cannot
I
do it.
mean, worst case.
No,
we
I
can
can't do the Sunday.
Saturday?
It's the Sunday that you scheduled it for.
No, Saturday if they wanna practice, if you want us to see how you present your slide.
Well, we
Oh.
have the IS next week.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's
Well,
that?
after the.
Yeah, we're presenting a week today, like
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, right now we're presenting, so we
So
can.
on Saturday after the interact session, we can stay and do the final.
It's up to you guys, if you want to do
I
that.
mean, well, the problem with that one is it's very close to presentation, and you don't. I don't want to put a lot of pressure to anybody if they need to change something.
Yeah,
right?
what are we gonna be doing, like,
This-
what we're gonna be doing between now and then is we're gonna, all of us got
Other-
feedback on our slides, so we're gonna go and change them and make them look a little more, we all got to see what they look like up there, we got to hear feedback from others. So we're gonna be doing some of that. Like, I thought everybody did a reasonable job. You were a little short, you were a little long. And then honestly, I didn't look at exactly when I started.
You
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 started
started a
long.
minute after, no, cause you
Oh,
went
yes.
over time.
You were,
one
yeah, you
minute.
were about 7.5 minutes. No,
Yeah.
you were you were 8
Yeah.
and a half minutes. So that's,
That's,
because you took a minute and a half of her time,
Yes.
and then you took a
1
minute of my
minute.
time.
Yeah.
So you were
That's
8 and
why
a half
you went-
minutes.
And I
So
was.
we
You were
were-
able to.
So
I was rushing.
Five, yeah.
You were rushing to get us back on
Yes,
track, and
yeah.
I felt badly for you. But one thing I didn't tell you, and one thing I will, look, obviously I gotta change the settings on this.
Yeah, because
So that-
nobody can put
'cause
it
it-
down.
Yeah, we don't wanna be doing that. And
Right.
I'm assuming that's just a screen saving setting on there,
Yes.
that I just gotta change that. But there is an extra minute. This is set at 24. And I
Okay.
probably should have told you that, you know, you don't have to rush, but I didn't wanna say something. I guess I could have said something.
Yes, no, but I can improve that 2 minutes. I want to cut the mission, but I also want to memorize all of that I'm going to say, so that made me.
Okay.
What is our priority? I think our priority right now is presentation. Like we have time for BB, and we can establish.
No, I'm concerned about BB. I think we need to move
Yeah,
forward.
'cause we
on
haven't
BB.
really
like,
met
we
face-to-face
can
with
we
BB.
can just do a video conference on BB.
No, I think we've spent, I think we need to, my preference would be to say, okay, we beat the presentation to death, we've been at it for 2.5 hours. Let's
Yeah.
move on and
But I mean, there is
At
a lot
least
of
cover
room
the
for
basics.
presentation, so.
I know, but we need to,
I know.
some comments what we are doing wrong, like,
Can we go over like very quickly what your comments are about the presentation?
yeah.
Really quickly.
yeah, everybody, yeah, by all means.
I think my only comment is, I think the situation on us is quite long, so maybe we might have to trim